being a last batsman for the day. So I will stick on to the time, it's my promise. Sustaining, because if we need to sustain research and innovation, time bound is very much important. Right. Okay. Bharat 2035. So let's take a look at the figures. Based on CESS, census data, which was recently published in 2020, the urban population going to rise at 2035. The median age is going to increasing. So it's like closely, currently we are having around 27. So median age going to be around 30, 32. The aging working population proportion is going to be on rise. And aging population, yes, is going to rise. So if you look at here, the trend, right? So 15 to 59 is going to rise. It's like next 2035, a lot of research, innovation, and a lot of collaboration is likely to need. It's a need of the hour. Okay. So now let's look at the indicators that currently, so globally, where India is in 7th position in terms of the publication of the research articles as per the Schemago. So if you look at the performance with respect to H index, so the impact level, so globally the India stands down. So that's, and global innovation index, so we have improved compared to the last year performance. But it's striking to look at the other part of the figure where the conversion rate from the college to post-graduation level, from post-graduation to PhD level is a concern. And because research is the fundamental part where is a part of where the NEP strongly advocates towards that. So there are few good improvements. If you look at the facts, it's like domestic filing of patents from last year, there's a 46% of growth. But, so there are policy initiative I'll not dwell upon. So what are the, NRF is almost being a reality. So how we can build a kind of an integrated, sustainable research and innovation culture in higher education institutions. It's very clear because we know there is a lack of integrated planning, coordination, as well as the research culture. To come up with, so like what are the different dimensions of research culture? So one, everyone has spoken about it from morning, right from Rajendra Joshi sir. So how the innovative, how we build the pedagogical innovation through practice, being contextual, need-based research, all these part of different aspects. So collaboration is the key. So everyone right across the presentation, if you look at from presenter 1, 2 till me. So I have been trying to, everyone emphasizing on the collaboration component. Yes. So other dimension of research culture is emphasis on integrity, ethics, right? So Patwardhan's in his paper clearly gives what are the research ethics that need to be followed. So there are certain systems and publication mediated platforms which are compromised in nature. We know as a researcher to get a paper published in a Scopus Index journal, how much the painstaking we know. It will take almost an year, and at the end you will get paper rejected and you will push paper in some other journals. This is the common saga for every research scholar. So any research, not only research scholars, even to a faculty, even to a student who take up a kind of internship project or a master project and you want to publish, but the time is a constraint again. Yes. So how we can build? So first, there is a need to understand, like need for collaboration. But collaboration means what? So at college, at any level, either at college or at a research institute or at a center of any consultation with other different stakeholders, either in industry, academia, we need to have a shared creation. So let us ask this question very fundamentally. So it's like when you say shared creation, how we are able to map our skills and complement with each other. How far that is being put into practice. So this is where the key which need to be addressed as of now. So to look at that, so we propose a model for collaboration. So before that, we have identified the enablers of collaboration. First, starting from the workplace collaboration within the department itself. For example, if you say a psychology department working in 4 different domains, organization, behavior, clinical psychology, and you have the child psychology. Between the 3 domains only there is no collaboration. We see, so like kind of, but all 3 are coming from same domain. So the same way, workplace collaboration within the department, across the department, as from a afternoon session, Goyal sir was mentioning about multidisciplinary concept and competency-based curriculum, and attract talent and lead. This is where from the hiring component, the management has to think. So when I hire a faculty position, it's not only filling up the position or the job or the vacant job itself. It's about aligning the objective, the vision of a university or the management to the collective goal. To either publication is an outcome of it. But when there is an alignment with this kind of a collective outcome, so that's where you will be able to attract the talent and able to lead them, build them, laying a foundation, as Rajendra Joshi sir was correctly mentioning, we need to build academic leadership. So this is where at the hiring itself, it's not only filling up a kind of a vacancy, but filling up a kind of it need to be, alignment has to be there from the building the sense of culture in research. Institutional based competency mapping. So institutional based competency mapping, what we are trying to say is, it's like any pedagogical design that we do. So theme based or in a course particular curriculum. So I want to create a research as a part of within the course or across theme-based course. So that has to be done. And within the departments, each one will be having different strength, right? An English department very good at communications, articulation. So can we borrow that skill in trying to present our findings or having a shared session? All this kind of done. So how we can do this ways of elaborating. So we have identified certain enablers in terms of distributed leadership, shared learning, quality circles. These have been being done. So there is no need to reinvent the wheel. For example, if you look at most of the non-experimental schools in Auroville and Aurobindo based, so they follow the quality sharing circle very religiously, because that helps them to discuss the ideas, and it has been there. So quality sharing circle, either informal networks, formal networks, it's a very good way to presenting our problem, sharing the problem from different dimensions. And mentoring in action, so all this. So put into practice in sixth major component of collaboration model is co-creation. So this is where the institution management plays a very huge role in terms of building foundation for academic leadership and attracting the talent so that the sense of the research culture and innovation can be sustained. One is to develop system of rewarding the collaborators. So if you are collaborating with someone, a kind of a project, or with a professor with other institution, that has to be acknowledged, promoted, right, encouraged. Development of informal networks between SMEs, academia. So we have 8.4 lakh MSMEs in Karnataka. How much of the numbers of state universities are in number. So how much they are connected on the ground. So there are huge, and connecting, especially there are a lot of scope in unorganized sector, right, with living, learning communities. So people are talking about certain, for example, the toy industry clusters. Right now the initiative from the government is now actually protecting the industry is booming because of the government initiative. So identify the toy clusters, so that is a part of farm. Most of occupations are rehabilitated through that. So these are the live examples that I want to quote. So already, what are the different ways of sustaining research innovation culture? Mind mapping techniques. Same way at college level. So imagine a degree college doing an exercise of community mapping. How many number of kirana stores are there nearby? How many number of household people are there? What is the socio-economic condition? For example, if there is a welder is there, what are the challenges? So engaging students through community mapping. So it's like to identify problem, to understand a problem, you don't need a funding, right? So the community mapping, these are the different ways in which we have NCC, NSS and other curricular activities which can be blended in through just using the method, a kind of an approach, a lens to look at and map the stakeholders around your college institutions can be one of the, can be looked at. It's just a change in the paradigm shift. Just palatna, it's like looking at the things in a new different way can be done through these mapping exercise as part of the curriculum. And emphasizing of academic writing, because the language department is such a how do I say, so like there's huge, humongous potential for us to correct, learn from them. So there are different kinds of report. For example, when a researcher, when I pick up a topic on mobile addiction, so a lot of reports are there. So what are different kinds of report? When each students are working on one particular problem, like for example, mobile addiction. So when I work together with assigning students, you look at this particular type of report. We come together, share the findings, right? So like then collectively map them together, understanding the overall view of it. So that's how different types of report, where through this collaboration model, the sustenance of research and innovation can be looked at. So for vision of Bharat 2035, so we propose a collaboration model. At first, institutional preparedness by building intellectual infrastructure, attracting the right talent, connecting with the vision mission of the organization, institutional based competency mapping, which I have already said, workplace collaboration, digital, lot of digital resources are there. Few resources, you might be offering one credit course. So at tier 2 college in the same cluster, they can collaborate, come up with a designer course and share, come up with their local kind of sourcing. So that can be collaboration, can be done. And ways to collaborate, second part, living and learning communities. So for example, if you look at liberal arts, so a lot of NGOs are based on living and learning communities. A pottery, right? So a carpenter, a designer. So it's like all, they work together. People from performing arts, they are living and learning communities. Associating with them, trying to understand their livelihood or whatever. These are one way of trying to look at the contemporary aspects, contextual aspects, linking the diversity with the heritage. And pedagogical invention like credit course, already ma'am have covered about it. Theme based, so for example, IIT Gandhinagar, every year they come up with IKS theme based. So for 1 year we look at only the astronomy, the second year we look at only the different part of metallurgy. So we can have your year wise, you can identify themes. So in our college days we used to do color based theme, no? Red, white. So so the same way, why not the research can be colorful, can't be made colorful through collaboration. So coming to the last part is co-creation through academic writing. Yes, each one have their own strength. One have the very good strength of looking at the data, putting them into a very presentable way, and reading the whole bunch of document, putting them into a very in a graphical manner. So each one has their own potential. When they come together, blend, thereby the research and innovation culture will become more vibrant. So at the end, so to conclude, so the dialogue between universities and within the clusters of colleges, tier 1, tier 2 colleges is essential for to begin with, because if you look at the work population and the mean age, right? So it is for the teachers, the faculty, which is much needed for capacity building. Rather than the students, we need to be equipped. That is the first point. Second part, university participation in the knowledge and innovation system is very much at managerial level, at leadership level. And at the end, setting a framework condition for capacity building, academia-industry partnership through co-location, co-creation, collaboration. So that's all about the model for Bharat 2035. So thank you.
Thank you, Sindhuja Madam, for a wonderful presentation and opening up the different dimensions of research at the micro level and connecting with the different subsystems of the university or college. I think we can take just one question. Here is the gentleman. Please, sir.
Yes, sir, madam. To cut short, in comparison to too far behind than the thing, what do we, can we hope that NEP will help us to translate that academic innovations more, and then we can see more spin-offs?
Yes, sir. To make it simpler, if you have 5 PhD students, let them write paper by co-authoring each other. So that's at the first level. So their output will be increased. It's like, see, we are so Xylo kind of working. Unfortunately, we didn't think, after submitting our thesis, we should have more publication. But it will never happen until unless you collaborate with your own, live across, within the discipline where people are working in same guide. The 5 students are there. Supporting them, so like, okay, you are good at analysis. You contribute, do the analysis, let her write. So both publication would be there for both. So that's at micro level. So that is one. Second, at college level, is a lot of extracurricular activities are there. So how we can link towards building curiosity towards research. It's not, because day in, out, data is part of our life. Digital is part of our life. So students are curious, but yes, that's the teacher's art of building that part. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you very much, madam, for a wonderful presentation. Please give her a big round of applause.